Hello everyone and welcome back to the NTEU International, I'm tripping. Okay, it's been a long time so I am tripping a bit. I do apologise, but welcome back to the EU League. We're back here with round 11 and round 2. It's been a good few weeks since we have seen each other. Right now you can see what matches are taking part this week. I'm Spickle, by the way, thank you for joining us. Right now, well, just in a few moments, we will soon see Gods of the Damned, which used to be Z Fighters. Their name has changed since the last batch of matches. Play off against the Royal Knights, who you will see have a shiny new logo. Dreadwings were then supposed to fight NGI. NGI are unable to attend this week due to offline commitments, so that match, those points will automatically go to Dreadwings. So we'll then move straight on to round 2, which will feature Dreadwings round 12, which will feature Dreadwings versus Astral Fawns. Okay, so we'll get ready in a few moments. Okay, everyone. We will very soon be starting the first set of matches. Team's got a little bit trigger happy at the start, and did start a match. So, Gods of the Damned, Z Fighters as they were previously known. I should have a quick look actually and see. What position you are. Royal Knights are second in the league. I think in terms of mathematics, first and second place may have been decided. Not sure if they can be changed, but Royal Knights I believe can't come anything less than second. And Celestial Sphere, who are currently first, can't come anything less than that either, or some such. So all of the hotly contested positions are now at the third position onwards. So, matches are starting now. Just while our players ready up there, I'm going to bring up the bracket standings, have a look and see what. Okay, yeah, so let's just have 47 points. Royal Knights have 12. But when you look towards 3rd, 4th, and 5th place, and even 6th place, it's 22, 26, 26, 22. So they're very, very close, very closely fought positions there. So there's still a lot for the Astral Fawns, Z Fighters, God of the Damned, Kakulimane, and the Dreadwings to fight for. Our players are just finishing up briefing now, so the match will start shortly. Okay, so our players are on the Promised Meadow, a nice open map. Not many obstacles to get in anyone's way here. We can see the Royal Knights are using a Jarvis with his Stola, do believe to be his main. Tommy with Kefka, who is also his main. And Triwox using Furion, who I don't believe we've seen in a league match before. They're fighting against the Sea Fighters. God, it's going to take me a while to get used to their to their new name. We have a Zero XYX here using Locke, who is a brand new character. We can see Jules just got a dagger dance off an Asaris. Oh, but look, Tommy's caught. He's going to call in Hyperdrive as well. Yes, that was a nicely timed Hyperdrive. The great thing about Kefka and his attacks is he can charge them for a reasonable amount of time, and it could be a really great way to distract the opponent and throw their timing off, their dodging or their guarding timing off. So that was used quite well there. Let's see what Garland's trying to do. Oh, I think I was managed to guard that attempt then, so he didn't get a raw rush or deal any brave damage. Tommy's firing off some fires. Let's have a look and see what the Emperor's over here doing. He's throwing out a Cursed Storm. Is that going to land? A Cursed Storm will follow you for a good while. It'll spit out fire at you. Oh, Garland has fallen. There's already 2 stocks lost to the Gods of the Damned. Let's have a look and see what Furion is up to here. Oh, it looks like he was trying to hold to set up over there, but an allies weren't in place. Oh, he got caught off guard by... Oh, that was so he was mugged and then knocked into a Cursed Storm, I think, by the looks of it, but no damage was dealt. Tommy's doing what Kefka does best, throwing out projectiles. That fire spell has got great holding potential. It really does hold players down. It's really great setup. Is he going to... Okay, Garland chose not to follow up there. He may have noticed that Tommy was coming up behind him and would have punished him had he tried anything. He's now going for Hyperdrive. Is it going to land? He's got quite a lot of range on Hyperdrive when it's fully charged, but not quite enough to reach Garland there. Here comes Leviathan. Gods of the Damned have got the summon out relatively quickly. Tommy's going up brave to kill Garland. Is he going to try? He seems to be waiting for the perfect moment. Oh no, he's changed. He's going to help an ally try and scare Locke off. Let's see what he's up to. I've just noticed here. Royal Knight's using 2 marksmen here. You can see, however, that that's not necessarily a bad thing. It can still be done very well, as they're proving here. Let's have a look, see Furion. Oh yes, Furion is all getting thrown about by Leviathan's water attack. Leviathan is a messy summon. He really does mess up the battlefield. There's big water balls follow you for quite a while. Okay, Locke, let's go back to Locke, see what Locke's doing. Another Cursed Storm sent out. Oh, he hit with the dagger dance. I wouldn't think he was going to try and dagger dance again then. Not right now. Again. Oh, dagger dance has probably got a bit more range on his... Oh, and just as I start yakking on, the Royal Knights take the first match. Something I should say here, all 5 matches here are played. You may recall that it is best... it's best of 5, or 5 matches are played as single matches. Okay, so our teams are readying up again for the second match. Am I spectating? Yes, I am. Or is that horrible moment where you forget or worry, hold on, am I actually spectating? And then sometimes one of the players will wait and you're not sure why they're waiting, and then you're like, oh yeah, I'm not spectating. Okay, I wonder what Gods of the Damned were doing there. Were they changing out players? Having no conversation to see who was going to jump in and take part next. Okay, so we're heading into the second match of our teams here today. Royal Knights are going with the same team composition that did so well in the last round. No reason really for them to change. We now have a squad with Blasting Zone with Gods of the Damned, as opposed to the character they were previously using, but with Locke, I believe it was, but we've still got Emperor there. Okay, so you still setting off her traps and whatnot. Oh, trying for a Vivifying Lance. Oh, it's got quite a good amount of range when it's charged up that attack. It only just missed Squall, to be fair. Tommy's taking a little bit of a beating here, but Furion has come over to help him. He's now been held for a Vivifying Lance. Nicely done. But there was a punish there by the Accursed Storm. Okay, I've never quite seen Kefka throw fire under his arm like that. That was pretty sweet. Hyperdrive. Oh, yes, he fell right for that Hyperdrive there. Okay, he's turning his attention towards the enemy marksman now to try and stop the Emperor having his own way. Let's have a look, see what Furion's doing. Okay, epic bad timing. He's just getting... Oh, nice save there by Tommy. That was a... Twirox may would have died there. Okay, Weapons Master only just missed, and there's a stock down for Gods of the Damned, and another stock down for Gods of the Damned. They have two players down already. Let's go and see what the Emperor is doing while I've still got the chance. Okay, Accursed Storm's being fired out. Hyperdrive. Oh, and he just missed the target. We can just see Squall having a go at Tommy over there. Here comes Osiris to help. I thought he was going to hit then, I must confess. I thought he was going to hit Furion. He's now coming over to the Emperor as well. Oh, that Weapons Master still nearly hit. Oh, Cloud went for the Y'shtola, but actually got himself caught in her Aero Brave trap. Osiris is going to go. Oh, a second later and that would have gone off. But again, Tommy... first of all, Furion saved Osiris, and then Tommy helped save both of them when they were about to get punished. That was very nicely done. They're quite clearly paying attention to what's going on around them. Royal Knights here. Shiva has been summoned, which is essentially another ally for them now on the field. All of the Gods of the Damned are quite low on health. The only Royal Knight that's taken any health, any HP damage is Furion, and even he's got regen on, so he's slowly getting that back. Oh, he's invulnerable during Omni Slash, but not when it's finished. Nice done. Looks as if was Osiris hit then at the same time. He was, but Vivifying Lance still got off. Another well earned and well fought match for the Royal Knights there. And we're back in the lobby, ready to move into the third match of 5 here. So far, the Royal Knights have won two of these matches so far. I was about to say 2 of 5 matches. I was right. I should have carried on saying that, shouldn't I? If they win this next match, then they're guaranteed to get the most points from this encounter. But it would still be. It's always worth to always fight to the last, as it were, because every point is important. Let's have a look at the brackets. For example, the Z-Fighters Gods of the Damned are 4th with 26 points. So every point really will be important to them, and there are so many other teams who are really quite close to them in the bracket. Royal Knights, as I've mentioned previously, are at 2nd place with 38. I don't think can mathematically come anything less than 2nd place, to be fair. Okay, so we're just waiting for the last... Okay, we go for the last Gods of the Damned to join the match. And then here we go. Okay, ladies and gents, while we were waiting for the combatants to finish briefing, it was noted that one of the Royal Knights DC'd, so this match won't count. So I'm going to quit spectating and return to the lobby. You can see right there someone has DC'd. If someone DC's in the league matches, we redo the match. There is a within reasonable amount of times, but if it keeps happening, then something's obviously gone wrong somewhere. This is why the teams have subs, etc., so they can bring more players in if someone's having a bit of a dodgy moment with their internet or whatever else may be causing the problem. This is likely just a one-off thing, however, Tommy, as we can see, he's now back. He's asking for forgiveness. Don't use any more chat lines and I'll forgive you. Let's go back to this screen. So what will happen now is those that are playing will just finish the match quickly. Doesn't matter who wins, this match doesn't count. And then once we get back here, we'll go into the third match. Yes, third match. So while we wait for that to take part, let's have a look at some stats here. Out of the Royal Knights players, I do believe it's Asaris that has taken part in most of the matches, and we often do see his Y'shtola work to great effect. Royal Knights are second place in the league. A lot of our teams here who take part in the league also do take part in various other tournaments and competitions that take place. Some mostly EU, I think, though I'm sure some do take part in some international events as well. ESL, for example, is one such set of competitions, and I do know a lot of our players take part in that also. Gods of the Damned, as I mentioned briefly, there's a name change from Z Fighters. Something else I should note out, actually, you've probably noticed that all of our players here have their team initials in their name. In a recent update, the game allows you to change your in-game name as it appears, within game. It doesn't affect it on any other games. So we took that opportunity to have our players put their team initials in. Just so, again, it's easier for everyone to tell, first of all, for us who should be here and who shouldn't, because you do have the occasional interloper jump in, seeming to want to get part in the action. And it's a lot easier for you viewers to know who's on what's team and what's going on. So now that that match has been concluded, we're going to start and retry round 3. And we shall see what happens. This time, will the Royal Knights be able to get another of a clean sweep? Or will the Gods of the Damned persist and insist on getting at least 1 point from their encounter with the Royal Knights? Okay, our players are now selecting their characters. I wonder if we will see any more character changes. It seems the Royal Knights have a tried and tested comp, something that they've clearly planned their strategy here. The Gods of the Damned I assume do have a similar structure in mind. They do allow themselves to change characters and sometimes players, perhaps a bit more often than some other teams, to see what will work and to try and see what will counter what their enemies are doing. So I wonder if we'll see some of that again. Will the assassin player change from Squall now? Will he still will he go back to Locke? We shall see soon enough once our players finish briefing. Okay then, there's been quite a few changes on the Gods of the Damned here. The former assassin player, Zero, is now using a marksman in Ace, and the former marksman player, the Emperor user, and I'm trying to remember his PSN name, I'll wait till the game tells me. Oh no, okay, he's actually been swapped out for Davizio, who is using Warrior of Light. Warrior of Light has recently gone through an update, a rework, one of the first of a few expected reworks. So he does play a bit differently to how he used to now. That was a very nice timed Vivifying Lance there. It can be charged a bit like Hyperdrive, so you can throw the timing off a little bit. Warrior of Light has taken quite a bit of damage. Let's see what the Light's doing. She very narrowly avoided getting hit by a Hyperdrive. Looks as if her ally actually saved Kefka from a HP attack there. Although he still seems to have taken minimal damage elsewhere. She nearly landed in that hyperdrive there, and she did get hit by that one. Let's see what Astralis is doing. Oh, he just got knocked up in the air by a fire RF. How will he react? I think he was trying to go for lightning, but that EX skill persisted. Another fire RF fired off. Nice trap there. Caught the lightning. Incoming HP attack was easily avoided. Was he going to punish? Okay, he was going to, but he was stopped by Shining Wave. Bit of a back and forth here of HP attacks. Let's see what... Oh, I would say what Fury was doing. He'd just been taken out. There's one stock lost for Royal Knight. What is Tommy doing during this? Another Shining Wave's coming out. Hyperdrive. Just missed again with Hyperdrive. Oh, but he got caught out by, I believe, a Fire RF. Down goes one of the Z Fighters. Lightning has been taken down. The Ace is very nearly dead. The Warrior of Light is also nearly dead as well. The Gods of the Damned have lost quite a bit of HP, although they do have regen up. They've been enfeebled by someone amongst the Royal Knights, so they won't be able to dash and escape the pursuers anymore. Let's go back up the character list, see what Furian's doing. He's got his eye on someone. Oh, he's been holy chained. He's now forced to target Warrior of Light. Ace has been taken out by... I did not see who it was. I did not see the Bravery quickly enough. Tom was at 1,000, so maybe it was him. Let's go back up and see what... Oh, okay, she's under heavy attack by lightning here. She can maybe do... I'm going to say maybe she could do with an ally to help. But that was a nice combo there with the ground trap and then thrown stone over. That was quite... I've never quite seen that before. And Tommy has taken out Warrior of Light to end the third match to the Royal Knights. We have an interloper. I did mention earlier that we do have the occasional person who seems to want to join in on the fun. Again, because our players do have their team initials in their names, it was easy for me to tell who shouldn't be there. So that was a nice little bit of functionality we were given in one of the recent patches. Okay, so we're just waiting now for our players to ready up. Once again, we're going into the fourth round this time. The Royal Knights have won the first three. They'll get the most points from this encounter. But it's still worth Gods of the Damned at least trying to get some points back, because it is very hotly contested where they sit in the standings. We can see by the characters lining up here. We have Rayus and Ice Snow have come back in. Okay then, so the Royal Knights are still using the same composition that's worked for them so far. We've got a double marksman also now being used on the Gods of the Damned. I did wonder whether he was going to use his Emperor. I know that Ice does use Shantoto, but it appears they have decided to go double marksman. Maybe they're trying to mimic the success that Royal Knights are having with their double marksman. Oh, a bit of a few laggy moments there. Oh. Liver Fine Lands only just about missed. Let's now see what Tommy is up to. He's close to his hyperdrive. Only just missed the Tidus. This lag is back again. Okay. Okay, Tommy's throwing out fire, trying to keep the Emperor occupied. The Tidus is coming up behind him. Will he be able to defend himself? There we go. A hit was on the Tidus. He's now lost on my Tidus is very much nearly dead. He needs to be very careful now, not be too aggressive, and at least be somewhat close to his allies so they can help him if needed. Let's see what Furion is working on now. Oh, down goes Tidus. Osiris downed him. Furion got hit by a Curtis Storm, I believe, from the Emperor. Speaking of the Emperor, let's see what he's doing. Now he just used a Bravery Conduit, and he's now firing off some Bravery attacks, trying to get some more Bravery himself. Furion is perhaps the obvious target for the Emperor. Furion is quite stationary, meaning he's quite open to attack by a lot of marksmen in particular. This is quite the lag. Okay, let's see what Shantoto is up to. 2 stock have already been lost by Gods of the Down. Marksman. Oh, Marksman. He got Marksman. Weapons Master. He got knocked out of Weapons Master by the virus attack there, and the Royal Knights finished the match off once again.
It was naught but a trifle.
Okay. As has happened briefly in league matches, if the lag does before in league matches, if the lag does become a bit too much, we don't count the matches. The whole point and one of the big important parts of the league is that there are supposed to be lag-free matches, so everyone can play to their full potential, as it were, without the hindrance of lag. So that match will not count. We're now going to do that match once again to see what will happen next. Okay, the game has decided to give the players Pandemonium for this match. 2 of the characters are the same, but now we have Ivan here as well.
This contest's as good as won. I take you to your guard.
Okay, let's see how this match unfolds. The match begins. Ishtola's firing out some traps. The Emperor's trying to throw some attacks her way. So is Shantoto. Shantoto's attacks when she's not in her berserk form are quite big, and they have quite a bit of poise. See what Tom is up to. Hyperdrive. I thought I was about to come in on a HP attack there. Didn't quite land. He's throwing out some more Brave. Here comes a Pyroclasm. Oh, he managed to avoid it. And Hyperdrive follow-up missed. He's firing off another Brave attack. That's quite a decent amount of damage as well that attack causes. Let's see what Fion's up to. Looks like he was holding some enemies in place. The Royal Knights have spotted the core. And they are going straight towards it. This is something very consistently seen by the Royal Knights. When the core is up, you can bet your bottom dollar that they'll be the ones to get it. Weapons Master only just missed there. Let's see what Shantoto is up to. Salvation Scythe, it's probably quite too far away for that just to land and end up walking into one of Kefka's attacks. Find out, she seems to be going for Kefka. Oh, here comes the Colossal Shantoto. More often used as a defensive tool. Looks like it was attempted to be used to get some brave, but didn't quite pay off. Let's see what the Varn is up to. Looks like he's backing away from a difficult moment. He's been caught. Oh, that all came down to who fired off their attack first. Astarius had to wait until he was confident he'd have enough range, and the Varn had to do the same thing. Okay, so the Emperor's quite a bit of brave here. He can kill Astarius, who he's targeting. A Starfall fired out, but it wasn't quite missed.
Impale them upon boreal lances.
Beaten by such meager license. Your end has been foretold.
Was naught but a trifle.
Okay, apologies for the silence there. Something was brought to my attention. Strictly speaking, once you do a redo match, you're not really supposed to change characters. As the Gods of the Damned lost the match anyway, that it will be allowed to stand. Okay, so let's go into the final match then, between these two teams. Will the Royal Knights be able to make it 5-all? It certainly seems like it, but let's see what happens. Just realised I have been neglecting the Twitch chat as well. I do apologise. I am on my own here doing the streaming, watching the match, watching the stream, and watching the Discord at the same time. So it's very, it is quite difficult to keep up with keep up with all those things. While I normally let my good friend Cody take over the commentating duties while I'm here. Okay, so we're finally going into the last match between these two teams, Gods of the Damned and the Royal Knights, with their nice new logo. Okay, our characters are selecting their summons. So the last match will be on Eden. Royal Knights using an all Vanguard approach this time. I would see this. I mean, the Royal Knights are using 2 marksmen. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this pans out. Let's see what the Warrior of Light does. Okay, with the shield attack now, with the new rework of Warrior of Lightning, you can hold it. He probably should have held it then. He would have given himself the buff. Okay, let's see what Cloud's up to. Oh, he just got hit by stone by the looks of it. Meteor Rain is coming out. Oh, it only just managed to hit Tommy, but only took minimal damage. Weapons Master was coming out, but again, just missed. The Summon Core is appearing. Will they be able to go for it? Oh, Meteor Rain's being used on the core. Let's see what Garland's up to. Oh, we got caught. Nicely, I believe he was held down by. I think it was Furion then, while Isarius used the Vivifying Lance, and another stock of the Gods of the Damned has been lost already, and more damage down. He's gone off a lot of hits with Vivifying Lance today as Isarius. This match might be over quickly. Let's go and see what Furion's up to. Looks like he's got his eyes on Cloud. Is he going to punish that? It wasn't quite close enough. Furion does lose range on a Weapon Master as he loses HP. I wonder if he would have had enough range even at full HP. Let's see what Tommy's now up to. He's firing in some fires to help his allies. He's now avoiding a Meteor Rain that's heading his way. Oh, Cloud just knocked him out of the way. Oh, Furion's got him caught. Only just missed. Here comes a Cyclone by Garland. Garland has quite a lot of Brave. Let's go on Garland and see if this is going to lead to a KO or not. No, it's cancelled out by the Hyperdrive. Weapons Master fired out and it hits the Cloud and takes the stock. Another clean win for the Royal Knights, and they win all 5 matches of this set. Okay, we'll now get ready for the next match. Let's go back to the match list. I did mention this briefly earlier. NGI aren't able to compete today. They have offline competition commitments. So the Dreadwings will get an automatic 5 points there. Our next match will be round 12. Dreadwings versus Astral Fawns. We'll just wait a few moments while this gets prepared.
I bid you farewell.
Later.
Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for waiting. A little slight change to the plan. Astral Fawns are still over in Lobby 1 in their first match, so we're going to move over to the Royal Knights versus Celestial Sphere right now instead. Keep things moving, keep things going. Let me just change this once again. Story of my life. Right. So we'll just wait for all of the players to join. We can get this match started. So going back to the match list, we now have we're now doing Royal Knights and Celestial Sphere, and we'll end on Dreadwings and Astral Fawns for tonight. Hello everyone and welcome back. We are ready to go into the next match now. We're now moving on to Royal Knights versus Celestial Sphere. This is going to be quite the clash. These are the two top ranking teams. They are first place Celestial Sphere and second place Royal Knight respectively. These teams have clashed once before in the league matches, but they've clashed many times in other competitions that have taken place, including ESL almost weekly on a Sunday. So there's a lot of history between the teams. A lot of A lot of fights have been had between the two. Okay. There's always that one thing you forget to change. We're not on round 11 anymore, Pete. We're on round 12. There are 14 rounds in total, so the next time we meet will be the final of this season of the EU League. Combatants have finished briefing now. We shall see who is using what.
This may be worthwhile after all.
Okay, so the match begins. We now have Devil Mish, who seems to have cornered Ifrit over here in the corner. Jack, there we go. Didn't quite manage to land the Heartless Angel, but we're very nearly close to it. Trying from Grass went out, but didn't quite manage to hit anyone. Let's go and see what Zazza doing using his Squall, who is his main. He got knocked out of the ward rush. That would have gone. That would have led to a surefire HP hit then, but it looks stiff. An attack from Osiris, I think, knocked him away from the wall. Okay, so it's just taught out, but and down goes Mugshotter, and looks as if Jet also took some damage at the same time. Let's see what Osiris is doing. Only just missed with the rough divide. Jet is turning his attention towards Shtola. Okay, Shtola is trying to interfere with LXD. There's now going against the core. The Royal Knights can summon. Will take advantage of this. Oh, I was going to say, let's go over and see what Summer Celestial Sphere is doing. Just as a HP attack lands on Devil. All that Earthquake only just missed there. Follow-up Brave attacks also missed. Oh, Devil guarded, although he seemed to stop at just the worst time, and down goes Devil Mish. Okay, let's see what Ifrit is doing. He cancelled there. Looks like he was maybe trying to allow for a teammate to jump in, maybe. Okay, and there goes a summon from Celestial Sphere. Okay, the summon is now out for Celestial Sphere. How will they make use of this? Okay, he could have gone for a Triumph from Grass, but he saw the Devil Mish was on the way. Knew it would be safe to back off for the moment. Okay, so we're going to see what LXD is doing. Looks like he's going for the enemy marksman. And there we go. The match is now over.
If not now, then next time.
Apologies for the wait here, ladies and gents. We just need to sort something out that's taken place. Hello there again. Apologies for the wait there. One of the players in that last match, the Jekt, wasn't on the team's list for Celestial Sphere, so they're not able to take part in the league. You have until the lobbies are announced on the Wednesday before to make sure that your team list has got everyone on that you want to take part. So that match was voided. We'll restart again momentarily. Hello again, lads and gents. We are once again making a change. While Celestial Sphere try and find someone to replace the player who cannot play, we plan to move over to this match, the first match that was intended for the for this round. Again, we'll wait a few moments while we get ready. Okay, everyone. So we shall now be moving. We shall now be moving over to the Dreadwings versus Astral Fawns. A little bit of a announcement for me to make here. I'm actually playing in the Dreadwings today. One of their team can't make it. I was added onto the team list at the beginning of this week. in order so I could take part and help them out today. As we don't have Cody here with us to help us the commentating, there won't be any commentary in this match. I need to swap over to a team chat so I can coordinate with teammates. So I'll jump over there now. So I'll jump over to my team chat now. So again, once the stream goes on, the match will start.
Choose your character, Kupo. Select a battle set, Kupo. Your party's put together, Kupo. Select a summon, Kupo.
I'll keep the skies safe.
It will not be long before you fall.
refuse.
You've received a reward, Kupo. Choose your character, Kupo. Selected battle set, Kupo. Your allies have assembled, Kupo. Select a summon, Kupo.
It doesn't matter what they say, I am a knight. I shall pluck the life from you. And stay gone. Worship me.
Forgive me.
Tremble. Worship me. refuse.
Sundry spoils for a sly scrapper, Kupo. Choose your character, Kupo. Select a battle set, Kupo. Your party's put together, Kupo. Select a summon, Kupo.
You're brave to stand against us.
You are hopeless before my powers. I'll smite you! Tremble! Rebel escape! I'll smite you! Down the gavel! Barrier! Much appreciated.
Sundry spoils for a slice scrapper, Kupo. Choose your character, Kupo. Select a battle set, Kupo. Your allies have assembled, Kupo. Select a summon, Kupo.
It doesn't matter what they say, I am a knight. You are hopeless before my powers. I'll smite you! Worship me! Not fast enough. And stay gone. You bury upon their heads! Grovel at my feet.
Much appreciated. It has been an honor.
You've received a reward, Kupo.
Hey, glad to meet you.
If only we were gnomes. Or maybe toads?
Choose your character, Kupo. Select a battle set, Kupo. Your party's put together, Kupo. Select a summon, Kupo.
It doesn't matter what they say, I am a knight.
I shall pluck the life from you.
Tremble! Worship me! Revel in hate! Taste misery! Revel in pain! I'll smite you! refuse.
You've received a reward, Kupo.
Great job. Much appreciated.
Thanks.
What a battle!
I swear my
My
heart skipped a
muscles
beat.
are still twitching! Well done.
Hello again. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry you were left with no with no commentary there. But yeah, that was that was fun. It was a lot of fun planning those matches there. That last match, feel like we completely threw that last one away. We threw that last one away. We knocked it, taken down Cloud. I had 4K Brave, but it was just thrown away. Okay, but I'm very, very happy. So I'm sounding a bit grumpy, aren't I? I shouldn't take anything away from how well Astral Thorns played and how happy I am to have played alongside Teacup and Matt again. We fought together in the Celestial Cup. Okay. Okay. So I'm a little not I'm a bit dazed actually after all that. I believe we are done for tonight. I think we are. I ain't got a clue what's going on anymore, guys. I ain't got a clue. But so Dreadwings 2, Astral Thorns 3. Well played, Astral Thorns, especially in that last match. It was fantastic. It was fantastic to play in a league match. That was quite fun. And yeah, this is over because I've been left in the lobby. Do you see? Do you see? All by myself. In the lobby. The league's over. I'm still talking. This will be up on YouTube later for you to watch it if you missed any of it. The league will be back in 2 weeks' time, unless I'm tripping. 2 weeks' time. For what will be the final 2 rounds. Thanks again for watching, and now I am alone because even Teakup's left the party. So, thank you everyone. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.